in agriculture. We were poor. We were trying to figure out how to eat, what we were going to eat. And I remember eating just eggs, beans, and tortillas.
When I'm in trouble, God, help me. When I'm weak,
This is God's Help Media, a platform created
when I'm
to
down,
communicate the help of
help
God.
me.
Join us
When
as
I'm
we
in
see how
trouble,
God has helped
God,
people.
help
For like
me.
months straight.
When I'm weak,
Christmas was never the same. We didn't get Christmas gifts.
help me.
We just didn't ask
When
for
I'm
stuff
down,
because we knew that no, like I can't afford it was the answer. Like we were trying to pay the bills, make sure that we were trying to survive. Once again, I'm dealing with all of these emotions. So eventually depression turned into suicidal thoughts. And I said, you know what? I'm so numb. What's the point of even being here? And so that night that I said, you know what? There's no point in being here. I'm gonna do it. And so I remember going to my restroom floor. I felt like a nobody. Everything's just broken around me. I'm just living in darkness. I'm numb at this point. Like, what's the point of life? At 14. And I sat there. But then I remembered like what I heard growing up in church, that God was real, that he existed. I heard about Jesus. And I said, okay. I said, God, if you are real, I want you to show up in my life. And it wasn't a loud boom. It wasn't like a loud voice. But in that moment, in that instant, it was peace. There was hope for the first time. I was living in darkness for so long. I forgot what it was like to smile. I forgot what it was like to laugh. That night he met me. I said, okay, I will live my life for you. And I've never looked back ever since then. So that night I met Jesus. And afterwards, I just became on fire. Like I became like a little firecracker for Jesus. I was telling everybody in school about Jesus. And at that time, I only had like a King James Version Bible, you know, with the hard words and stuff like that. But every time I felt something, I turned to the back of the Bible that had like an index of like anger. Then it took you to the scriptures. And so I started reading scripture and I was so hungry for him. I wanted to know him and I completely changed my life. I said, okay, I'm gonna stop hanging out with these people. I'm gonna get involved in this. And, you know, I really wanted to live my life for him. And then on top of that, I just felt this conviction to live my life in a way that would glorify him. And I never looked back ever since then.
Now, Esmelda, this was just happening between you and God, just you, his word. Take this a little bit more.